Hello everyone, my name's Stephanie. I'm an Australian prep teacher and resource creator. If you're looking for some extra tips for your prep or kindergarten classroom, you're in the right place. So today's video is what can you do in the summertime to prepare yourself for the year ahead. So today I'm just going to focus on 3 areas. So the first thing you could do in the holiday break is to get all your names ready for your class. So you're probably going to need a few sets. You're going to need names for their tables, names for their tub or where they keep their books. I like to have a set up the front with me because sometimes I'll just pick out a name at random. But whatever you end up thinking the amount that you need, add on like another 2 or 3 sets because they're going to get grubby throughout the year, especially the ones on their table and tub. So it's good to have like a set ready to go to just swap over. So yeah, if you're going to work on something, you could organize the names of your students. The second thing is if you are wanting to start to set up your classroom, that's great. I was always that person. I used to get excitement setting up my classroom. But before you start putting things up on the wall, just pause and just try and think about the functionality of it. So if you want to have like a literacy wall that's eventually going to have like, flashcards or word wall, make sure it's like low to the ground. If the kids are going to use it, make sure it's low to the ground. Don't make my mistake. I remember in the past, I had like a word wall. It was completely like crazy, all the way up high. I could barely read it, let alone the kids. So just pause and just think about how your classroom's going to function. The other thing I would recommend is just once you've worked out where you want things to be, just have a heading. It might say literacy or it might say maths, but that's it. Pause, don't add anything else. It's way more beneficial for you to build those walls with your students. So as you're learning, high frequency words, then you'd add that word to the word wall. Or if you're learning about the numbers 1 to 10, learn about them and then add them to the wall. Don't have things on your wall yet because kids come in and it's basically just wallpaper to them. So it's much more beneficial to slowly add things to the wall with your kids. My third tip is to make sure that in the summertime you rest. It's going to be a massive year. Every year is, particularly the start of the year, notoriously busy, very full on, especially with preps. So use your summertime to rest and relax. And if you don't want to think about school, that is okay. You just got to do what is best for you. But the summertime, you really need to recharge and rejuvenate so that you can, give your best self at the start of the year. So if you don't want to think about school, that's okay. You do what's best for you. So just to recap those 3 tips, number 1 is to maybe get the names sorted for your kids and have extra sets ready to go. Number 2 is to think about the functionality of your classroom, work out where everything's going to be, and pause then, because you're going to build those walls with your kids. Third tip is to make sure you rest in the holidays. You will need it. Your health is so important, so make sure you rest in those breaks. And just as a 4th one that's just come to me now, I know that in the holidays I'm always on my phone looking at these amazing classrooms on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty, oh, that's gorgeous. However, as I've gotten older, now I look at them and I go, oh, that's gorgeous, but that looks so expensive. Because the fact is that as teachers, we have to put so much of our own money into our classrooms. So this is just a message to those people who look at those pictures and it makes them feel bad. You don't have to have the most beautiful classroom for your kids. That's not what's most important. What's most important is you and the connection that you have with the kids. So don't feel like you have to look like the most beautiful Pinterest-worthy classroom and go out and spend lots of your own money, because I have done that. I swear in the summertime, I have spent a lot of money going around getting extra things in my classroom. I don't do that anymore because it's not needed. So if you want to spend lots of money in a classroom, of course you can, but I don't want you to feel like you have to. So teachers, if you're watching this in the summertime, I hope you're having a great holiday, getting lots of rest, not setting the alarm, and rejuvenating. As always, if you like these videos, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and maybe send it along to another prep teacher that you know. I'll see you soon.